be saucing, ballin', catch me in New Orleans. Goody, you're my darling, yeah. I be saucing. Now that's the lead. Welcome back to Dr. Thinkenshine's channel. Thank you for joining us. I genuinely appreciate every view, every like, every comment, and every share, and every subscription. So thank you. If you're celebrating a birthday this week, happy, happy, happy birthday from Dr. Thinkenshine and friends. And we hope you'll join us over on our new kids channel, Dr. Thinkenshine Goes to School, where we have a video dedicated to birthdays. We read the Birthday DJ book, and it's a song about a birthday party where they played musical chairs. It's a real low-tech channel, really good. And there's even a birthday cake. So if you're not able to get out and get a birthday cake, or you can see the birthday cake on the Dr. Thinkenshine channel. Dr. Thinkenshine Goes to School. Hope you'll switch over there and subscribe to that channel too. It's exclusively for children. Now, let's put on our Governess Goggles, and as you know, that's when Dr. Thinkenshine puts on her social scientist hat. And today we're going to look at Jade, Teen Mom's Jade. First, I'd like to congratulate Jade on graduating. Great job on graduating from beauty school, and for opening, she rented a studio, and for opening your own salon. Hair Slayed by Jade. And you know Dr. Thinkenshine loves that, because we love to rhyme over here in Dr. Thinkenshine's neighborhood, and that's good. For shizzle. Yes. So I just want to say congratulations for finishing school and opening your studio and getting clients booked while you're providing housing and food and utilities for your child, Chloe, your boyfriend, Sean, your mom, and your stepdad. Okay. Jade's parents asked if they could stay with her for 1 to 2 weeks. And after Jade's grandma's restaurant closed, no one in her house had a job. No one. So she was the only one working. So she ran out and rented a studio space, booked clients, and still bringing in income. And her parents wanted to stay with her and said that they would help with help with Chloe, help babysit Chloe while she worked and did hair. And she's still young. She wants to go out sometimes too, I'm sure. As you'll see, she went to Vegas in one of the episodes. But her parents were sleeping apparently, and so she had to take Chloe to daycare. She had no other choice, she said. But I want to say she is one of those that I will call the crow with all her ducks in a row. Because you have to apply to school. You have to show up at school. You have to figure out where the studios are. You have to come up with a deposit for them. And moving, she had to move because of a fight with her boyfriend, had to move to another house. You have to get with the landlords, get with the lease. So she had all her ducks in a row. We can't help when we have unexpected situations and crises and challenges. We will have challenges. Scripture says that man born of a woman is of a few days, and those days are full of trouble. Jesus said, in this world you will have trouble. He said, but take heart, because I have overcome the world. Now that's good news. But I'd like to say something else about Jade with coordinating all this and providing for generations below and above herself. That I just wanted to say that there's something that I introduced in my book, Peaches, Womanist Thoughts on Finding Peace, Overcoming Peril, and Tapping Power. It's called BTA, Bowman's Theory of Advancement. And I juxtapose it with Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. With Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs, you have a triangle where you're trying to reach self-actualization after you get your food, safety, shelter, water, sex, whatever your needs are up to self-actualization. Then Bowman's Theory of Advancement says that we can do things simultaneously. For example, Jade didn't wait until her parents and boyfriend dealt with their substance abuse before she went to school. She didn't wait until she had owned a home before she graduated. And then once she graduated, she didn't wait until she could rent a whole or build a salon. She started with a studio. So that's BTA, Bowman's Theory of Advancement in action, where she's taking care of business, dealing with challenges, dealing with life, and still advancing. There's no linear, logical, straight up shoot to the top or a triangle to Maslow's hierarchy. Bowman's Theory of Advancement says that we can do things simultaneously. and still reach that self-actualization. So hats off to you, Jade, the archetypal BTA student, protege. Okay. And you can find the whole book of Peaches on YouTube at Dr. Judi online on my other channel. Go to Dr. Judi, Judi online. You can see BTA. So Jade is the only one working. In episode 6, there was a big fight at Jade's house between Sean, her boyfriend, her baby's father, and her parents, her mother and stepfather. And apparently, Jade saw some drug residue on the sink in the downstairs bathroom. The parents say they didn't do it. They hadn't been downstairs. Sean said he didn't do it. And then there was some video that they showed producer. Sean said that he was going up there for a phone charger, whereas Jade's mom said that Sean was coming up there to plant 2 drug pipes up there. So I don't know which was which. But Jade picked up Chloe and told her mom, well, they had a big fight. And apparently Sean pushed Jade down on the steps, and then the dad got on top. Sean was bleeding. The dad's rib was broken. Jade apparently picked up Chloe and told her mom to call the police. And I'm sure Chloe was witnessing all of this if she had to pick her up and tell her to call the police. So Jade said, I'm just so depressed and I have so much anxiety. I really just need back my peace. I want my home back. I want my kid to have more than I had. I feel she deserves more than I'm giving her. I feel I'm not a good mom. She deserves better than me. Then Chloe calls for her and kisses her. Sometimes we do have mom guilt, or you might feel down or depressed. Depression is real. And in My Feelings Matter, that's one of the books in Drthinkenshine's Go to School. Your feelings do matter, Jade. Pray, listen to God, talk to a therapist that you feel comfortable with, not somebody that's judgmental, because you are in a trap. But you are a treasure in the trap. I mentioned that on a previous video. Jade, you are a treasure in the trap. You might be in a drug situation, but you are a treasure and you're doing great. And God knows what you can do and can't do. And he can help you and he can guide you. So in this Christian walk, there will be difficult times. There will be sorrows and there will be challenges. But Romans 8:28, Paul said, all things, not some things, but all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purposes. You might be going through this season where your boyfriend or your daughter's father and your parents are both involved with substance abuse, allegedly. So that might help you one day where you might end up helping people who are on drugs or be an example, or maybe just your strength is encouraging someone else out there who's in the trap is looking at you and your strength, Jade. So be encouraged. So producers interview Sean and Jade's parents, and they both blamed each other. After a couple weeks, Jade's parents have been in a hotel, and Sean was staying with a friend. Jade later let her parents move back in because she said they have nowhere else to go. And Jade said, and I quote, dealing with people with addiction issues is literally exhausting. There are days when I want to walk away from him and my parents and never see them again in my life. I think they're all a bunch of effing liars, but it's hard to say no to people I care about. Living around people who are addicts is a miserable life. And that reminds me of the man with the can from the Drthinkenshine series, the man with the can, who wanted to ride his catamaran to Yokohama, Japan. Hope you'll share that with your children. And it's on this channel and on the kids' channel, Drthinkenshine Goes to School. We have a read-along with that book. And so it can be a discussion topic to discuss substance abuse and alcohol. Well, alcohol is a drug, but to discuss that with them. Jade allowed her parents to stay with her since they promised to help with Chloe. But when it was time for Jade to leave to go to her studio to see a client, her parents apparently were still asleep. Jade told her customer, everyone wants to stay and pay nothing. No one wants to work. Everyone wants to lay around and be taken care of. When you're caught, and she's referring to the drug residue she saw in the sink. When you're caught, you don't even admit you're caught. Jade said, Sean getting clean is a journey. It's hard on me when Chloe asked for Sean because I can't trust him with her if he's using again. So Sean called Jade because he misses her and misses Chloe. Jade said, I'm in the middle. She said that Sean could come and see Chloe, but that he had to come when the parents weren't there. Since the fight, they don't want to be around each other. So she wants Sean to take a drug test. Jade says that her parents trash the house and don't really do SHIT. She said they come home, they're up all night cooking, slamming pans, and try to wake up Chloe in the middle of the night and say they miss her. Jade says, it's a movie. It's a nightmare. The worst effing roommates ever. That's them. End quote. She said her parents would not take a drug test, and so she's going to ask them to leave. She has animosity because she said she feels like her mom feels like she owes her something. Her mom said, you owe me. I gave birth to you. I raised you. Jade said, you chose to have a baby. I'm miserable with them being here. And they showed the scenes, the producers captured a scene of Jade's house with just filthy clothes and food everywhere. Jade said she wants her parents to move out. She says they don't help with Chloe, and she feels as if everyone is just sucking her dry. Jade texted her mom and said they have to move out the next day, tomorrow. She texted them and told them to come get their stuff. Her parents said it's too late. Jade was like, I'm just so worked up. I'm just so pissed off. Jade's mom said, to put your own mom in the streets is a effed up thing to do. I'm sure Sean's behind it. That's her boyfriend, Sean. Jade said, no one understands at all how mentally draining this has been. I'm about to freak out. I'm about to lose my effing mind. I can't do this anymore. I'm about to punch her in the mouth. I'm going to kill her. This is why people snap. I can't do it anymore. End quote. Have mercy, Jesus. Then Jade's parents moved out. And when she said, this is why people snap, I thought about Dr. Thinkenshine's book, Bad, Sad, Glad, But Never Bad. Dr. Thinkenshine teaches, and it's easier said than done. I can be the Monday morning quarterback. But Dr. Thinkenshine wants us to try, and even though I'm grown, I try to help us try to feel what we feel but control what we do. The prisons are full of people who just lost their temper for 1 second. The prisons are full of people who felt disrespected for 1 second. And then they're in prison and don't even remember why they're in there. Jade's parents moved out. Sean moved back in because he passed a couple of drug tests, according to Jade. So Jade goes to Vegas with her friends for 3 days while Sean watches Chloe. And I thought that was good because we need a balance. Jade's working, going to school, paying the bills. We need a balance. She needs a balance. And what I can say about her friends when they went to Vegas, Jade, sometimes people just need us to listen. A lot of times if you go to a therapist, they're just listening. Actively listening. Some people listen so they can add on or listen so they can ask a question. But I noticed about Jade and her friends in Vegas, she couldn't get a word in edgewise. And I just want to ask, why were Jade's friends talking over her 5 or 6 times? She was trying to talk about Chloe and Sean, but her friends were cutting her off 5 or 6 times. Jade, you might have to find some different people to film with. Okay? Either that or see a therapist and just have fun with your friends. Because in that scene, they were not good listeners, and we all need good friends. Brianna had challenges with her friends being good. Her friend, one friend that's on there all the time, who's always ready for the camera, but they need to be ready to listen because they're co-stars on your show. They're friends of yours. Okay, Kaylin finds a lot of good people to listen to her. So I just want to let you know, Jade, you are a treasure in the trap. Congratulations. And you're a role model for so many. And I'm sorry you have so much responsibility on you. But I know the Bible says weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And Chloe will look back at these videos of Teen Mom 2 and be proud of you. So don't feel like you're a bad mom. Just keep doing the best you can, and Dr. Thinkenshine will be praying for you. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a stinking thumbs down. In the meantime, the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, be gracious unto you, and give you peace, power, and love. More love. Boost.
An entrepreneurial culture thrives when it is easy to try lots of new